talking to yourself?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the energy meridian system, everything is connected, and we use the top half, the tapping points on the top half of the body. Oh, brilliant. There I am. Acupressure points on the top half of the body because they're connected to the organs and everything else that moves and flows throughout the body. So it's the energy system and your organs, blood flow, the endocrine system. It's all connected, and it's all connected energetically anyway. But the tapping points all come into the body in some form. So I'm going to show you all of the tapping points and what we do, and we're going to go through a session. However, you can use any of the tapping points intuitively if you're needing to alleviate symptoms of something that you're either feeling emotionally, physically. Again, EFT is so good. Well, any of these practices are great because it's you being in tune with you, and noticing, being consciously aware of yourself, your reactions. If you're reacting rather than responding, you know that it's bringing up something within you to be seen, so that you can and this EFT is just another tool that or practice that you can use to help you move the discomfort through, or to allow yourself to feel whatever it is that your body or emotions or what are trying to tell you. Because these things come up so that we can clear it. And at the moment, the times that we're in now, energy is moving so quickly. Time is almost speeding up. And we can. The thing about time is, everything's happening now and all of that. But we can talk about that another time. We're being given the opportunity to see and allow ourselves to process and move things through far quicker than we've ever been given before. And you're all amazing, so you can you do that really well anyway. So this is just another tool for your tool belt. Okay, so the acupressure points are, we always start on the chopping point, which is here, and you use these 3 fingers if you can. Some people just use 2, but there's extra nerve endings and an energy point in this middle finger, so which is really helpful, again, just with connecting. So we tap here on either hand on all points that you can use. Both hands or just one, it's entirely up to you. You can use one or both, it's entirely up to you. But we do our setup phrase. So I call this it's where you're at, acknowledging. So you're acknowledging at this point where you're at, what you're doing this for. So we tap here and we repeat the setup phrase 3 times. So we would say, in this case that we're going to do today, even though I feel unworthy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel unworthy of success, I deeply and completely love and honor myself. Even though I feel unworthy and unable to be successful, I deeply and completely love and honor myself. Okay, so that's your setup phrase. So you would say something along the lines of that. You will use your own language for yourself as you come to know. So for today you can follow me, but you can also chuck your own words in, change the wording if there's something different that you like to use. And so if you were doing this for anger, even though I feel so angry, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So it's the acknowledging where you're at, whatever it is that you are actually feeling. There's something that I've just forgotten, is the first thing that we do is breathe into our heart space and just tune in with your own body and rate whatever it is that you're experiencing and you're doing the tapping for. You rate it from 0 to 10. So it's just a guide for you, because the idea is obviously that you want to, if you're up in 10 somewhere with the intensity of whatever it is that you're moving through, you want to get it down as low as possible. Okay, so that's what you would do first. Then we do the chopping point and the setup phrase 3 times. Okay, so then the next point, I'm just going to run these through. What we do is I'll show you the points, and then I will do a little bit of a demo as to what we would say, and you would just follow me. So we go inside of the eye, so the inside of your own eyebrow. So just sort of here, and you tap there, and you would say something along the lines of, it's just repeating, I feel unworthy. And you would say the side of the eye then. So it's the side of your own eyebrow, not quite the temple, but the side of the eye. So if I'm saying it in a recording, or if you want to close your eyes as you're moving through this and just hear my voice, I would say inside of the eye, side of the eye. Then we would go to, and we would repeat the phrase again, or whatever it is that we're going to do. Then we would go under the eye. Okay, we would go under the nose, which sometimes I say mustache. Tap on your mustache. Then we would go chin. Then we would go just under the collarbone. So again, wherever you can do 2 hands, you can do 2 hands. So it's this soft point here under the collarbone. Then we go under the arm. And when I'm working with children, we call this the monkey move now, because we go we go under the arm. Now here, if you need to, for ladies in particular, generally because we've got other body parts that are in our way, you can pat rather than tap, but it's generally on the bra line there. Okay, so you would pat and you would repeat whatever phrase it is that you're using. And then the next bit is you make a little spider and do the top of the head, which is why we call it the monkey move when it's with children. So if you're teaching your children this, or if there's, if you want to make it more of a play, then that they're doing something, it makes it fun. And then you just go around the top of the head, and the top of the head is the last one. And you'll see when we come to doing the session, and you just make a little circle around there, and it's gentle, loving taps. You're nurturing yourself through this. You don't have to give it loads of welly. It's nice and gentle and nurturing, and just around that point there. Sometimes some people go a little bit further back, but again, you just be guided, because this is sort of where your actual connection is, for a little bit further back on your head. But again, it's all connected because it's all energy. So whatever you feel guided, it is right for you, and just the little circles here. And everything that we say is either in the first round that we do. So everything works in 3s. You would do the setup point, the setup phrases 3 times. Then you would do these. I feel unworthy. I feel unworthy. I'm not deserving of success. People made me believe I don't deserve success. Like this, and you would repeat. You'd use these repeating phrases again, which is what I'm going to we'll do in the actual session. Under the arm, top of the head, and you would do that 3 times. So you would do 1, 2, 3, acknowledging what is happening, and the place that you're at now. Now, as you're doing that, you may have an instant release. You may feel emotional. You may have memories come up from the past in your, in your Google search. So what you're working through right now, your higher self, your connection, or with your heart, or whatever the connection is for you. You may have other emotions that come up. You may, crying is brilliant. You may yawn, which again is that's another release. And you may have so say today I'm angry because of something that's happened in my family, or with a a little kid paying postman's knock on my door, which is what happened earlier. Didn't trigger me at all, but I'm using it as an example for now. It's quite funny. But if something is annoying you, if you're doing the tapping for something that's annoying you now in the moment, you may have something that comes up for you that's a memory that's happened in the past. And that's when it becomes sort of a form of shadow work and clearing, really, because you're allowing yourself to acknowledge something that you didn't deal with back along. And we all bury things, and we've been in the flight or fight response, but that's part of the release of it, so that you can tell the amygdala in your brain, it's okay, you don't need to, you don't need to be afraid anymore, you don't need to protect me. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And on the last one that we would say on the top of the head, which after doing the 3 sessions, which are the 3 rounds, which I always like to do in the acknowledgement phase, you would say, I am safe, I am loved, and all is well in my world, because you're affirming what you want rather than what you don't. Okay, so you're acknowledging what you don't want, you're acknowledging what you actually feel in the moment, allowing any memories and other feelings to come up, allowing the release that happens, whether that's a cry or a yawn, or just a bit more of a relaxed feeling in your body. And you would do that 3 times. At the end of that 3, the round of 3, we come back to our heart space and breathe and reconnect with our body, and rate yourself again between 0 to 10, and has it come down? Okay, so that's where you are with that. And you once you do that with the and rate yourself, you want to get as close to 0 as possible before we then, and so if say you've only come down to 7, we will repeat the round again, and we will do it in 3s. And yeah, we do it in 3, and then again come back to your heart, breathe, reconnect. Has it come down further? Now you may be happy with just getting down to 2, and that's cool, because it's alleviated, you've released, or you might not have time to do more in the moment that you're choosing to do it. And bear in mind, you don't have to, you can do this as a practice, you can do it as a release for something that you need to to clear in the moment. Yeah, so you might be, and it's all very personal, becomes very personal. Sorry, I've just got a bit distracted for a moment because I can hear my dogs barking downstairs. I'm sorry, I hope you can't hear them. So then we go into the affirming what we do want. So this is where the reprogramming of the brain comes in, and the amygdala, letting the amygdala file the memories. So we've done the acknowledgement, we've gone round the 3 rounds of tapping where we need to do it, when we need to do that, checked in with ourselves, got down to the number that we want to get down to, and then so we've released, so we've given ourselves that release, and then we are affirming what we want to feel rather than what we don't want. So we've given ourselves those 3 stages. So that would look like you don't need to do the setup. After you've done the first 3 setups, you don't need to do that again. Okay, you just go back to the eyebrow, and that would look like, I am worthy. I've always been worthy. I am magnificent. Get it? I am powerful. I am successful. I am calm. I allow myself to speak my truth. I am worthy. I am safe. I am loved, and all is well in my world. Again, you would do that 3 times if you're in the space to be able to do so. So that's how we will do the session, structure the session now when we go into it, and you are all ready to follow. And then the shorter video, and there's amazing guy, I know you're going to be joining me, but there is an amazing guy called Brad Yates, who is very consistent with his videos that he puts out, and he does these short tapping sessions, which are really, sort of quickies, but they can be used as quickies, and because at any point, so if you're quite often I will, if somebody's moving through something, or they're seeming like they're having some sort of anxiety come up for them, or they're feeling imbalanced, off kilter, a really good quick go-to is under the collarbone. You can just tap there and you just say, I am safe. I am safe. Thank you. I am safe. I love you. I am safe. So and so you're just immediately affirming, triggering the amygdala in the brain to say it's okay. And that just brings you back into that immediate state of calm. And also, just while I'm on the subject, and while I remember, if you do experience anxiety, panic attacks, or you come into contact, I would imagine you guys possibly don't, but if there is anybody that you're working with, or that is in your reality, let's say, you can actually, these 2 fingers, if you hold those 2 fingers with the other hand and just breathe, and again get them to, I am safe, I am safe, or I am calm and peaceful, I can breathe freely and easily, I breathe in and out now, thank you, anything that's gratitude, thanking the body, affirming what you want rather than what you don't want. And while squeezing those fingers, it's impossible to have an anxiety attack while you're squeezing those fingers. And I'm not really sure completely why, but it's to do with the energies of everything, of what we're producing, and even I think just bringing the focus back to what you want to feel, and putting that pressure there. It's a little bit like the squeeze machines that they have for autistic people, and things like that. When they have the hug machine, they can't always have or even they have a sort of machine that does it. But if somebody's having that sort of attack, and with people with that sort of type of autism, where they are not good in social settings or anything like that, quite often they just like the pressure of being held. And even that for yourself, there's a self hug or whatever. But if again, that's another good way. It's the feeling of the pressure. So this is really good for people to do for themselves, and obviously you can do that for if there is somebody. It's always a good way to be held, usually from the side is better, because then you're not confronting, or you're not coming at them from behind. And obviously if you're ever in that circumstance, you need to say, is it okay if I hold you? So that's another good thing. And again, before we go into the rounds of tapping, what you can also do for someone else to just give a quick balance for their energy, and you can do this for yourself too, is to this is another good thing for connection, is to wipe across diagonally 1, 2, 3, and then back the other way. 1, 2, 3. Now you can do that for somebody else and go, okay, so you put one hand on their shoulder and go across their back diagonally down. You're just shifting the energy down, and then you do the same the other way, down, down, down. And again, that's a really good exercise to practice to bring them back into balance quick. And again, you know, sometimes people like the touch of, you know, of that, and you can do it for yourself. You can do this for yourself. You can tell them to do it. Excuse me. If it's a child, and you know they're in a position where they can't, you know, they're panicking, can't do this for themselves, you know, that you can't get them to hear you or listen to you, you can do that for them too, providing that you can get to them, you know, that closely and it's appropriate. Okay, so I hope you're all still with me, and I hope all that makes sense. There's just a couple of little things. Oh God, sorry. There are more, but I won't baffle you with all of those for now. So what I'd like you to do now is just we'll go into the session. So you need to be just take a couple of minutes to connect with yourselves, have a little drink. I don't know if you heard my voice note earlier. If you got, you may experience a feeling of release. You may feel emotional. You may have those memories come up, like I said before. And all of it is fine. Whatever happens for you is fine and perfect for you. And like I say, you can use your own language, your own words. If there's things that I'm, you know, good at saying that. Actually, okay, that's cool. Yeah, there's things that I'm saying that, you know, that aren't your language, then you just use your own. There is, you know, there really is no rules to this. You can develop it and make the practice your own, and use the different meridian points. So just put your hands in your heart space and breathe right down. And I would encourage you to close your eyes now. Just check in with your body, and if anything, you might not be experiencing anything you know, that you would call discomfort right now, but you might want to go to, you know, anything that's happened in your week. You know, you might have something that comes to mind of things that you have experienced that want to release. And while you're here, just connect with that part that may feel insecure, with lack of self-worth and the fear of success. Just have a little bit of a think about what that means for you, where you've got your own blocks that you know, and then just see where you feel that in your body. Where do you feel the energy of that in your body? And then so just connect with that and give yourself time. Breathe into it, and then just give it a number from 0 to 10 of intensity of how intense that feels for you. So it may be lack of self-worth, it may be lack of confidence and self-esteem. They're all connected, really. And it may be fear of success. Whatever it is for you, it may be none of those. It may be that you are just coming here today to learn and to be able to apply this in whatever area of your life that is suitable for you. So whatever it is for you, I'm going to language the session that's specifically for self-worth and self-esteem and success. But if you want to change it and use it for whatever you need to use it for right now, that is absolutely perfect for you. Okay, so hopefully you're all there now. And then just do a nice deep big breath. Okay, and we'll come to the chopping point. Even though I feel unworthy, you're just going to repeat after me. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel unworthy, I lack self-esteem, and I'm fearful of success, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel unworthy, I lack self-esteem and fear success, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I know that I'm okay. I feel unworthy. Sorry, that should have been inside of the eye. Side of the eye. I'm not good enough. Under the eye. I feel unworthy. Under the nose. I'm not good enough. Chin. What if I'm not good enough? Collarbone. I'm not good enough. Under the arm. I lack confidence in who I am. And this knocks me back. And I feel unable to move forward. Sorry, top of the head, I just don't feel worthy. Inside of the eye. I hate feeling like this. Side of the eye. I get imposter syndrome and compare myself to everybody. Under the eye. Everyone else is better than me. Under the nose. I fear success because I don't know who I am without these patterns that I've played out for so long. Chin, and I feel unworthy. Collarbone, what if I am rejected? Under the arm. What if I am rejected? Top of the head. I fear being rejected, judged, and made to feel small. Inside of the eye. And this makes me feel unworthy. I procrastinate and put things off. Under the eye, I self-sabotage because I'm scared. Sometimes it seems like I'm scared of everything. Sometimes I'm scared to just be me. And I'm not worthy. What if I'm judged? What if people laugh at me or turn me away? Under the arm, what if people leave me? What if I end up alone? Top of the head. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Unworthy. Unsuccessful. Sabotaging myself. I'm ready to let this go. Perhaps I can think about this another way. Perhaps I can feel this another way. Okay, deep breath. Difficult because I can't see you. You could actually come on if you want to. Oh, you're all good in your own space. That's cool. Breathe and just rate yourself from 0 to 10. Have a check-in if anything has shifted, if that number's come down for you. Any release happen? Any other memories come up or anything like that? You know, we can make a note of it, of what's usually when we're working a group as well. If something comes up for one person, it's very similar for another person. So what I would do if we weren't recording is to ask somebody if they had something else that they wanted to add or say or whatever. We'll leave it there for a minute and just assume that you've got your number down as low as you would like to go. Okay, and then we'll go on to the good stuff and the affirming what we want to feel, so that this is the reprogramming part now. We're ready for that. We're ready for that. We've done the acknowledging. Cool. Okay, so big deep breath and rating. Remember what your rating is, because this part now, usually this is where the amygdala goes, oh brilliant, release, we've done the acknowledgement, we've done the release, and now it's like empowerment time. Okay, getting you back into alignment, into that beautiful connection where your energetic field is flowing freely and beautifully without the blockage and the disconnection that happens when we're in fear. Okay, so we go. I now release any feelings that I'm not worthy. Side of the eye. I acknowledge that these are old and unhelpful beliefs. Under the eye. I let go of the past and release any feelings that I'm not worthy. I choose to now forgive anyone who added to this belief that I am not worthy. I release any feelings that I am not worthy. Collarbone. I release any information that told me that I am not worthy. Under the arm, with every breath I take, I build my feelings of worthiness. Top of the head, with every breath out, I release any feelings that I am not worthy. Inside of the eye, I am magnificent. Side of the eye, I am free to be me. Under the eye, I choose to be in flow of everything that feels good, creative, and expansive to me. Under the nose, I am calm and confident. Chin, I am worthy. I've always been worthy. Collarbone, let's do a tour. I am magnificent. And we're going to give ourselves a hug with this one as we go under the arms. I am a magnificent being of bright light. I am expansive, powerful, creative. Then we're going top of the head. Monkeying. You can do 2, yeah, if you want to. Give it all the twos, all the twos. I am safe. I am a bright, beautiful being of magnificent light. And I choose to shine my light in the world for all to see and all to share. I am loved and all is well in my world. And now this time we're going to go up and bring it all into your heart and breathe. Magnificent, beautiful beings of light. And breathing, and just check in with yourself and see if that number has come down for you. Check any energetic feelings, anything that you're feeling, and just breathe into your heart space and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Big deep breaths. When we're doing the tapping or at the end of the session like this, we can also bring in Ho'oponopono, which is sometimes you can use that, so you can use the other modalities that you know, the other practices that you know, and bring it into the tapping. So you could either in this space here add this to your practice and say, I love you. I'm sorry for holding on to memories of unworthiness, lack of confidence, lack of love, lack of attention, whatever it is, lack of self-worth. Please forgive me. Thank you. So that's the Ho'oponopono is I love you. I'm sorry for holding on to the memory of, because it's about you not coming out of your 0 point. Please forgive me and thank you. But you can also include that in your tapping point. So you could say, I love you. I'm sorry for holding on to these memories of lack, of self-worth, lack of success. Please forgive me and anyone else who may have contributed to these memories. And then thank you. Thank you for the experiences and all I have learned from them. Perhaps, again, you can word it for yourself, okay? And you can bring that in, you can do it as many times as you want. So it's, you know, if there's different things that you want to say or do, you bring it into your own practice. And like I said at the start, you can just do under the collarbone. Sometimes, like if kids are in school or something like that, they can just do the chopping point under the table or something, you know, because it just brings your attention back into your body. And if you're using it as a practice, the amygdala straight away will know, oh, we're tapping. I don't need to be in fear. Okay. So I think that's it. I think if you we can move on to any, if you want to share any of your experiences or questions.
Right, Caroline, would you just want to, for those people who are watching it unrecorded rather than on live, just thank them for coming in and being part of this. Yeah. Fantastic that you're taking up this challenge and transforming yourself. You know, that's great.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Caroline. Great.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
what we'll do just now is we'll stop the recording and we'll go into a Q&A. So if you've got any questions, okay, so just let me stop this first.
If you're watching the recording, thank you for being here. And any questions, you can always pop in a message or anything like that at any time. And you can access this recording anytime to go back on it if you're here live or watching the replay. And you can also then access the 21-day shorter version once I post it tomorrow.
Cool.
Okay, huge hugs, loads of love. Thanks for being here. And just before you do go, when we do work like this, when we practice and do work like this for ourselves, it ripples out into your life in every direction. So you are not only serving yourself, you're serving the collective and humanity. So thank you very much for doing that.